Okay, in this video we'll quickly see how we can take string inputs in our program, and then we will see how we can use pointers to traverse characters of a string, and then we will see some useful character functions. So let's first start with how we can take string inputs in our program. Okay, so we all know that for taking inputs into our program, we usually use this scanf function. So, and we also know already that string is usually represented as character arrays. So let's first declare a character array. Yes, 30 characters. So 30 characters including the null character, of course. Now let's use a prompt for the user, and what we have to use %s format specifier to read a string, and then our character array, the name of our character array. We must not use what, the ampersand, because the character array name contains the address of the first character, so we don't need to separately use the ampersand operator here. Now finally we'll print this string here. So let's see, let's run it, and let's say our string is system level and then program. Okay, so and you see the actually read string is system level, so it excluded this program part, because when it sees a space it will stop reading that string. The thing is, we can use a specific format specifier for a string. For example, if we use point, that means period, and then say 4s, it means display only the 4 characters. So actually the string is system design, but we are only displaying the first 4 characters. So we can use this period and some number to specify how many characters we want to display. So that is one thing I wanted to share with you. Another thing is how we can use pointers to traverse characters of a string. So let's say our string is hello, and in this example I will show how we can use a pointer to traverse characters of an array. To use pointers for a string, we have to declare a character pointer, and then we have to initialize that pointer with the address of the first character. The address of the first character is always the array name, right? And now we can use for loop, while loop, or any other loop, but the test condition here we are using is asterisk pointer, right? So we know that what will be the value of asterisk pointer first. So the asterisk pointer will be the value of the first letter, right? That means it's h. So we will traverse character by character as long as we don't see what, as long as we don't see null character. So null character here will be treated as what, false condition. So we are specifying continue this loop as long as the dereferenced value is not the null character. So let's try to print it and see what happens. Okay, so we are printing the first dereferenced character, and then we are moving the pointer to the next character, and so on. See here, so we had the original string hello, and we are now printing these characters from this string using pointer. We could use this. If we do this, what does it mean? Access the value, access the current character, but pre-increment that character before printing. So it will print what? So it will print I, then F, then M, then M, then P, because we are increasing 1 on top of each character. So L, F, M, M, P. So we could do the same thing, let's say minus minus. So it means what? So it will subtract 1 from each character. So if you subtract 1 from H, it will be G, and then D. So this is what I wanted to show using pointers on character arrays. And one more thing is using a special header file called ctype.h. So basically we will talk about 3 functions. Is alphanumeric, and 2 upper and 2 lower. So if we use is alphanumeric, ch1 or ch2 or ch3, so it will check if the argument character is alphanumeric character or not. So here ch1 and ch3 are alphanumeric characters, so it will return non-zero values, and ch2 is a space, so it will return a 0 value, right? So we can check, for example, if we are dealing with a program that will work on that will check if a string is a palindrome or not. Let's say somehow we have given this string, so we don't need to check for what? We don't need to check for these spaces. So we can remove these spaces if we want, or we can ignore these spaces. So how we can ignore these spaces? We can check if the current character is an alphanumeric character or not. If it is an alphanumeric character, then take this character seriously and consider for your palindrome. But if it is a space, ignore that space and process the next one, and so on. And another thing that may be useful for you is how you can convert a character to a lowercase or to a uppercase, right? Have been printed using %c format specifier. Yes, so it's B. So B has been converted to capital B. Yes, so we have converted this first character to its equivalent lowercase letter. And one more thing, we can use a function called puts. Instead of printf, we can use puts to print a string. Yes, so yes, alternatively for printing your string, alternatively you could use puts instead of using printf. Okay, thank you. I hope this video will be useful for you, and it will help you to solve some of the problems in your homework. Thank you.